the shores of Greenland. This remote island in the Arctic has a problem now.
We need Greenland, and the world needs us to have Greenland, including Denmark. Denmark has to have us have Greenland.
Since his return to office, Donald Trump has had his eyes set on Greenland.
Why he wants this remote place to become US territory.
Imagine waking up one morning to find out that the United States wants to buy an entire country. It isn't the first time the US has tried this. And if history is any indication, it probably won't be the last. Why does the US want Greenland? Let's break it down.
We need Greenland for national security. One way or the other, we're going to get it.
Greenland sits in a geographically prime location between North America and Europe, and more importantly, right next to the Arctic. And why does the Arctic matter? Because as ice melts due to climate change, new trade routes are opening up, and everyone from the US, Russia, and China wants a piece of that action. To put it in perspective, think of Greenland like the Panama Canal of the North. Whoever controls it could have significant influence over future shipping routes. Not to mention, it provides a great vantage point for monitoring military activity. During the Cold War, the US built air bases in Greenland to keep an eye on the Soviet Union. In short, Greenland is a strategic goldmine. Because Greenland isn't just sitting on a bunch of ice. Beneath its frozen landscape lie vast deposits of rare earth minerals, oil, and natural gas.
Greenland has known deposits of rare earth minerals that are about equivalent to the entire United States. And that's just the known deposits.
These are the kinds of resources that power modern technology, everything from your smartphone to military weapons. China currently dominates the rare earth market, and the US has been trying to reduce its dependence on Chinese rare earth metals for years. Owning Greenland, or at least gaining more influence over its mining operations, could be a game changer. Plus, as the ice recedes, more of these resources are becoming accessible. It's a classic case of follow the money.
The Arctic is no longer a low-tension region.
Russia has expanded its military operations there, and China calls itself a near-Arctic state, even though it's nowhere near the Arctic Circle. The US sees this and wants to make sure it doesn't lose strategic ground. Denmark, which technically owns Greenland, is in a tricky spot. It relies on US military support, but also has to balance relations with Europe.
People from Greenland are asking us to go there. We have many, many requests from many, many people, some officials too.
Denmark has repeatedly said it's not for sale, and Greenlanders themselves have a say in their future. But that doesn't mean the US will stop trying to increase its influence. Expect to see more American investments in Greenland's infrastructure, closer diplomatic ties, and maybe even strategic partnerships in resource extraction. In other words, the US may not own Greenland, but it won't ignore it.